Hey, what is going on, guys and girls? Andrew Settings&The, also known as everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to episode 2 of how to create your own advanced web browser tutorial. In this tutorial, we're actually going to cover the settings and the menu. If you don't know what I mean by menu, it's this thing here. So yeah, and also if you haven't viewed episode 1, go ahead and do that because I very recommend it. It's pretty much nothing, it's just a layout, etc. Layout and some coding. So yeah, it's just basically what we're going to do. Now, I'm sorry for the last episode's length, but come on, you guys said that you wanted an advanced tutorial, so, you know, obviously there was like 10 minutes that I cut out, and you guys probably skipped quite a bit, but it was just in depth, basically. So we're going to do the menu, and by menu I mean this menu. This is the menu, not the settings. This is the menu. So first off, what we want to do is get rid of this error because it's annoying. So we're going to add a Windows form. Don't you dare press add. If you pressed add, don't worry, I can show you how to change it. But anyway, in name you want to put it as settings, not setting. I don't know why I thought I'd just do that. And then you want to press add or just press enter. We'll do this. Now, if you accidentally pressed enter and it's already called form 2, whatever you want to come to design, then name, then you could just change it to settings and it will just change itself up here as well, and here, or you could just click that and then change that to settings. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, because it's the settings, it's going to be pretty easy to do, but what we want to do is if this is where you guys need to think about something. For example, I'll open up my Opera here, I'll click this, and it has settings. Now settings adds up as a new tab. You could add it up as a new tab. Yeah, I wouldn't say in this tutorial we need a new tab, to be honest. Sorry, I'm actually quite far away from my mic currently, but if you want to, you could add a new tab, but it could be settings, or you could just have a new form. It all depends on you. You might as well have a well, I have so many tweets. Sorry. You might as well have a new form because then it can always get hidden, and yeah, people don't always have to know that it's there. So obviously on your settings, you want to change the text to settings or whatever you want to do. Scroll down where you see show icon, false, control box as true, sorry. But you'd rather have the maximize box as false, just because you don't want people to maximize it. It's just no point, really. If you don't really want to show it in taskbar, you don't have to, but it's highly recommended that you do. It's just so then it's easier navigation for the user, really. You want a minimum size. I'm going to have minimum size of 300 and 230, just because that's my minimum size. So yeah. Let me just quickly find the minimum size. Where are you? There it is. So 300 by 230, I believe that's what I said. Just because I don't want it to go any lower than that. The reason why is because, well, basically you'll find out why. So settings not load. Now, one thing you want to do is, if you want, form. Oh, I have number lock on. If you want form 1 to be disabled when you open up settings, I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Press Control S to open up settings. It's on my second screen here, don't worry. It will then disable this, so when I click it, as you can hear, it's making that noise where it's basically just telling you that it's disabled. The tab like ding 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 every time you click it, it makes the noise. So when you click close, obviously it's still here, but you still can't access it. But if you don't want the form to disable, then you know, just don't put in this coding. But I'm going to do it just for the video purposes. Now, if you want to do it, say, then it's or basically, if you've done this little code thing here, then you want to scroll down to F. Sorry, scroll up to F, and where it says form closing, obviously you go to settings, events, and then form closing. You want to add it in, and you want to put form1.enabled equals true, and then you just want to do that. Now there's one thing we're going to quickly do as well. We're going to go into properties, and we're going to application, and where it says shutdown mode when last form closes, just because it's like probably the most easiest thing. And if we accidentally put well, settings, when settings closes, it will just close everything. So when the first form closes, which is form 1, that will close. But if form 1's already closed but settings is up, you're gonna have to close settings. But we'll figure that out. Well, at the very end of the tutorial, I'm going to be sorting out the code anyway for the form 1 closing, where everything will shut down. It's just actually no, we've already done it, haven't we? We've done end. So you know, end just completely stops everything. So for example, now if I press Control E, it goes. That's it. It stops it stops debugging as well. So that's awesome. Anyway, form 1's totally done now currently. So this is the settings. This is what we're left with, is settings currently. And you're gonna want on homepage, really. You want people to change their own homepage. So we're going to go in settings. We're going to find a group box, and we're going to implement it onto our little thing here. And I'm going to make it like the smallest thing that I can, and put it like that. Now the name of my group box is going to be homepage. Homepage. There you go. And now I'm going to have check boxes. I'm going to have 2 type of checkboxes. One of them will be default. So the default one's going to be Google. Let me just see if I can change this color. I don't really want this color there. Hey guys, I'm back, and I did have a little trouble with the coding from earlier, and it turns out this is the coding that you need. So yeah, just copy it from the code thing, or otherwise you can just literally just go ahead and copy this coding for each one of your checkboxes. The reason why I've done this is because it's a lot better than the one that I was actually going to give you guys. It's more understandable. The only bad thing is that it doesn't stick currently. I don't even know how to do that either. So, so I'm sorry about that. But it keeps the tutorial short. And one thing that you're going to want to do is go into your properties and add Google there, or whichever one you want as your homepage currently. So once you've done that, you're fine for a little bit, I guess. You could click save. You can press start. And yeah, it's currently okay. Press Control Z, Control S, and it'll come up. Default is there. You can also put YouTube, and then if I clicked it, it would take me to YouTube. And if I press Control S, it would pop up on screen again, and obviously it says YouTube as improved. That's mine. Now it's pretty much the menu. But if you notice, if you do www.google.com and press enter, it's not going to let you enter. You have to literally press search. So I'm actually going to give you that coding now. So the coding is pretty simple. Actually, it's probably not actually. You want to make sure that the debugging stopped. You then want to put private sub tool strip text box 1 underscore key down. You then want to put like a bracket, space, and then underscore, and put big val. By val sender as object, and then comma, and then by val as key event args. Let me just move this over here because it should be over here. And then you want to put a end bracket, space, and then underscore, and then handles, and then text box 1 dot key down. You want to press enter, it will create this enter sub. Then you want to put if, then bracket e dot key down, key code equals key dot enter, keys dot enter, and then a end bracket, and then ax web browser 1.navigate, and then in brackets text box 1.text, and then hopefully when you press start, you start to debug, and you could do www.youtube.com, press enter, it will then search. And there, yeah, I will do it to my own website. Oh no, it's .webs.com. Lol. And it's froze. No, it don't. .webs.com. Now we just gotta wait. There you go. And that's how simple it is. What the hell's that? Wait. The hell is that? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know why that's on my website. Oh, something to do with Vival. What the fuck? Alright, well, I have no idea what that is. That's a surprise to me. Stop playing, bitch. Go away. Also, one coding that you also need is the following coding. It's going to be quite a long coding. So it's private sub ax web browser hopefully ax web browser has it here. Ax web browser new window 2. There you go. It's dim t as new tab page. And then it's dim new tab as new tab. New tab dot show. New tab dot in fact, I'm just gonna copy and paste this from something that I've got. There you go. Let me just look at something that we don't have on here that's causing this error. Might be this. Nope. On theatre mode, why is that there? What the hell, it should be new window. You know what? Press Control X. That shouldn't be there. I don't know why it's totally wrong code. New window. Yeah. Oh shit. New window 2. There you go. So you need those 3 codings there. Yeah, that's pretty much done. So if we press save and start, now if we press our home, now as you can see, the name, well actually it's the URL is currently up here, but we want the name. So we want parent.text. We don't want parent.text. Want tab control dot page. Oh, where it says form1.text, you want to just totally ignore that. You want to delete that because you don't really want that on. You don't want your form to be called whatever you want, do you? It'd be like the most fading thing ever. But I don't know how you just make this the link that you want like that. But anyway, that is how you do that, guys. So if we went on YouTube, YouTube would be there, but if we went into a video, it would probably just change the video link, as you can see. I'm sorry about that, but anyway, let's get on to the menu. It's going to take a while. So you really do need to find out what you want on your menu. So for example, make sure it's the right size. Once it's the right size, you want to add something which looks professional, that doesn't look stupid. So it's either you can add buttons, you can add something like labels, or you could add anything on there that you wish. I'm just going to add labels personally, because I like that. Okay, it'd be quite annoying, but you know, it's only for a tutorial. You guys can make it look way professional after. So as you can see, this is label 1. I'm just going to change this to, I don't know, downloader because we still need to do the downloader. I'm not going to code the downloader in this one, just because we're not going to. This one will be the calculator. So calculator, later. Make sure that they don't actually go over each other, as you can see. That one's a little bit too high, as you can see, because it's, you know, just overlapping it. So if we went on like that again, it's on the same sort of level. This one could go up 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe it could have gone up 2. Okay, well, I think it has to do like that, to be honest. So this one's going to be settings, and this one here will be exit. Why not? What exit? Obviously, like I said, you can make this look way more professional. This is just for me, really. This is just for the tutorial's sake. So exit, we're going to put end. Just simple. We're going to make everything end. Like destroying the entire world. But one thing that I forgot to do, you go on tab events and you want to find form. Wait, did we do form closing? No, we didn't. Okay, so you want to put end, really. Form closing. Exit's done. Settings, you want to double click settings. You want to put settings dot show, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. It's pretty easy like that. Now you would have thought it would have been a lot harder coding, really. So you click settings, settings is here, this is settings, settings is open. So you know, that's how awesome it is. Exit, the entire thing goes. Now in settings, I'm going to change the maximum, sorry, the minimum size to nothing, 0, 0. So I want it to go down. Going to then copy this, paste this, and paste that, and then going to click save and click start, and here it is. Sorry, settings, and here it is. I forgot to click it. And this is settings. This is now it. You can't resize it, just because I don't want people to resize it. But you're probably thinking, well, actually, one thing I'm thinking is that looks pretty cool. Look, it goes from the longest words to the shortest words. But you probably think of something like, why do we have a downloader? Why do we have a calculator? It's pretty much like any other thing. You can't have an in. Oh, I don't know if you can have an in like web browser downloader, but I've never actually tried it. I haven't actually looked into it. But there's one thing that we're going to do. I can't find where this coding is though. Right, on load, at the bottom of it, you want to put web browser, AX web browser 1 dot navigate. Actually, you could just put go home. No, navigate. I was right. Navigate and then my dot settings dot homepage. Now, if we press start, it just automatically takes you to the page. And I'll prove this by clicking so debug, and I'll bring it over quickly. Okay, it didn't work. That did not work. Sorry for that. Didn't work. One annoying thing is when it's like this. One annoying thing about Google now is because you got this massive. Oh wait, where did it go? You got this massive long white bit there, so it doesn't actually look as professional. But down here, it's fine. But that's just Google, really. Okay. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if there's anything else that I missed out on this tutorial. There's another tutorial coming up for the downloader and calculator, but that's about it. You know, the exit's done and everything. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please rate it, as it really does help me out. And that is pretty much what it's going to look like currently. I know this isn't what people actually wanted. Now, what someone wanted me to do is they wanted me to do a new tab, new window, which would basically just be a new entire form. Basically, it's just going to be your projects loaded on again. Close tab, which is remove tab. Now, we've pretty much got all these done apart from the new window. The new window will be in the next tutorial. I actually totally forgot to add that in. Edit, cut, copy and paste, undo, redo. You can't really do that as it's a web browser. You'll be having a document text and it'll be a HTML editor and it'll be pretty fucking annoying. So you can he wants bookmarks. Oh yeah, bookmarks. I'm doing bookmarks and history. I also need to do that. Change download destination. That's coming in for the downloader. Change home page. That's done. Tools is pretty much download on the calculator. I don't know what other tools you want. Zoom, you can do that anyway. You just let me just show you how you zoom. You left click, hold control, and just do your mouse, and that's how you zoom. It's natural. It's what normally happens when you're on any web browser. So that one's done. Zooming in and out, obviously I've just done that. JavaScript, enable, disable, pop-up blocker. Now what you could, pop-up is just ad block, but I don't think ad block do anything for Internet Explorer, which is what we are currently using. There's a Google Chrome one, but you have to buy that DLL and it costs money from Google, and apparently you're not allowed to use it anyway if you're creating your own and you're making money for it. History, obviously I'm doing that in the next two, and that is pretty much it. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're happy to do videos, so videos help me out, and maybe I'll do downloader and calculator together, and then I'll do history and bookmarks after. But anyway guys, I hope I'll see you next time.